Hello and welcome back to the Route One podcast.
Ryan just starts scoffing his
I got
sandwich.
Ryan scranning a sandwich here at the start. Owen, guest again, and then me, George. Sorry for the bit of a hiatus. I went my mum birthday music festival Weezer. Chili eating contest.
Oh yeah.
And then 1 week we just couldn't be bothered. So anyway, world of football. A lot's changed since the last time.
A lot has happened.
A lot has
For the better,
happened.
for the worse.
Crystal Palace won the FA Cup. I don't know if that would happen in the last episode, but it's happened.
It didn't. It really didn't.
It did, in fact, happen in the last episode. It did. We talked about this for half an hour.
The year of the birds, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
The year of the birds. The go-ahead Eagles winning the Dutch Cup. There's another bird that's won this year.
Ali doing something.
PSG won 5-0.
Is it a bird? PSG did win 5-0. Spurs won a trophy.
I think we should end it there.
And got sacked.
It's the most Spursy thing ever to win a trophy and still sack your manager.
Oh, I was in the line at Download to get the merch shop, and I don't even want to talk about the absolute dipstick that was doing merch on our line. But it took me an hour to get my merch. Over an hour. And that's because the guy just kept getting the wrong things, and I hated him. I was so angry with him. I was so angry with that man. Anyway, there was these guys a few rows across from me, and it was like, Tottenham just sacked most things. And then one of the guys was like, well, yeah, they've done that before because they sacked Jose Mourinho about 2 weeks before the Champions League final. And I'm like, no. I'm literally there like, no. Do not go and tell them. Don't go correct them. That's just wrong.
Poch got them to that final.
Poch got them to the final. Got sacked 6 months later. Jose was a month before the fucking Carabao.
Before the Europa Super League that they was going to do.
But at least
he got sacked during the Super League.
They sacked Conte as well. Before was that before some final? Can't remember.
Well, the COVID Carabao Cup final.
Mukbang.
Yeah, some mukbang.
Some mukbang. Anyway, have anybody here been watching the Club World Cup?
I can say that I've watched a few games.
Yeah.
I watched the opening game and have not watched anything live since.
It's on Channel 5.
Can we just, as bad and as negative that I am about it, Auckland City, greatest team alive. I just want to pull up their last game, and I believe
that was last night.
It was last night, 1-1.
1-1 against Boca Juniors is mad.
It's about this Boca.
It's so funny.
And just to cherry on top, by the way, Boca Juniors had 41 shots, 10 on target, 74% of possession, 622 passes, 90% pass accuracy, and Auckland City scored both goals.
Yeah, it was an own goal.
Yeah. 41 shots and they couldn't get it.
Watching that game last night, it honestly, because I was like, I'll stick it on. I was like, I hope it's Bayern thingy, but at least I get to watch Auckland. Oh my god, they defended their fucking hearts out the entire game. Boca were crap. Boca were crap. I cannot state how bad Boca were. They just decided, do you know what? We can't be asked anymore. We can't score. I love Edison Cavani. But like, no. What was he doing? He's just not got it anymore. Bless him. Like, man should probably go Auckland City at this point. But mate, that header.
Get a plumbing job. Get a plumbing job.
I was joking at the beginning. I was like, oh my god, they've got the guy from 50 Shades of Grey in the back five. Literally, and then Christian Grey goes on to score the bloody. We'll call it the winner. We'll call it the winner. Anything that's more that like a goal for Auckland City was a win, to be honest.
Football.
They did lose. They lost 10-0 in their first game.
Yeah, and Boca
6-0 against Benfica.
Boca couldn't score a goal. It was
Yeah.
fucking beautiful to watch.
The guy who
But, I
scored is a
mean-
teacher. The guy who scored is trained to be a teacher.
Wow, he's gonna have some great classes in the future.
That
He like
entire
walk his class.
squad,
By the way, I scored in the Club World Cup.
that entire squad will be like to their grandkids. Like their grandkids will be telling their kids that, like, oh, my granddad played against Bayern Munich and Benfica and Boca Juniors. My granddad scored against Boca Juniors, guys. And like
if
I
they know
would.
what a Boca Juniors is in Auckland.
But let's be real
Of course, they know
here.
what fucking
What
Boca
what
Juniors is in Auckland.
what do we actually think to the Club World Cup? Do we like it?
Okay,
Do we not like it?
we've had this
I want honest
discussion at the quiz.
many times.
And
I
I
have.
think the biggest thing that we've got against this tournament, apart from it being, like a bit dodgy in FIFA and all of that stuff, is the fact that not every team legitimately qualified by winning their continental tournament,
Yep.
which I think rubs me the
Yeah.
wrong way. Like, if they wanted more European teams, it's almost like there is a tournament right there, and then a tournament below that where you could just make up 12 teams.
And another tournament below that.
There's not a fourth fucking tournament.
No, but there's 3.
Yeah, that's
There's
what I
3.
said. Yeah. You got the
I
Champions
only
League,
heard you
and then you got a
mention
tournament
I only
below that.
heard
And you got
one, and there's one below it.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
what I was. Sorry, I was inferring the fact that there was already a Champions League in everybody's
Oh,
mind.
and then there's
yeah.
one below. Yeah, right.
But like,
I
we
want
could
to.
have
I
had
want to channel down. I want to channel down here. I do not understand how Inter Miami have found themselves in this tournament.
Ryan has been on a crusade about this the entire fucking week.
I saw.
Ruins it. It ruins it because they don't. But they look. You can single out any team there, right? But LAFC have done well recently.
Continental
I mean,
Cup.
they won their thing. Not sure why Seattle Sounders are there, but they probably won something.
They
Or
won
they
the
didn't.
Continental Cup, didn't they?
Something like that.
LAFC won a playoff game because Leon got kicked out.
Yeah. But I don't get why they're there.
I
What,
think
Miami?
it's because of the
Yeah.
publicity. It's obviously because like it should have been LA Galaxy that went in there.
Because they weren't actually given a place because they won something. The bold guy in charge of FIFA literally just turned up to one game and went, "Hey, you're now in the FIFA World Cup."
Today, I feel into Miami.
Today I feel gay.
I found an article that tells me how everyone qualified, which is quite cool. I'll see how Miami qualified.
All right.
It was purely like off of memory. It's because they won like the first half of the MLS season, but that's the half of the MLS season that doesn't really count as you winning it.
Yeah, FIFA decided the winners of the MLS Supporters Shield into Miami would qualify. The MLS Supporters Shield is awarded to the team with the best record after 34 games in a regular MLS season.
Not
But it's also
the
because they are
winners.
the host nation. The host nation automatically qualify for the event, so yeah. But LA Galaxy won the MLS playoff and the MLS Cup.
Does that mean
If it was hosted here, Liverpool would have won it.
Yeah, Liverpool would have been it.
Right?
The only reason that Liverpool haven't qualified it is because we haven't won the Champions League in the last 5 years.
And there's too many teams in England for us to be thingied for the coefficient ranking.
Yeah, you can only have 2 for each country, and the Chelsea and City won the Champions League.
Unless like because there's 3 Brazilian teams, but that's because they've all won the Continental
That's because
Cup.
there's not. Yeah, they've all won that. But Bayern, Dortmund represent Germany, Juventus and Inter Italy. No Barcelona, but there's Atletico and Real Madrid.
Oh yeah, because he went on to Speed's thing, and the Speed was like, "Bark, my guy, why aren't Barcelona there?" And he was like, you see, today I feel like Barcelona should not have been in there because they weren't good enough over the past 4 years. Today I feel Atletico were better."
Bark.
And yeah, that was the actual. You don't need to watch any more of the interview.
No, that is fully factual right there.
Yeah,
that is quoted perfectly.
and
I don't like it. I
I
really
That's
don't
what
like
they did.
it.
I think there is like some merit behind it because like I'm really enjoying watching teams from different continents play each other.
Look,
Yeah.
everyone loves to see Melody Sundowns versus Flemingese. Don't get me wrong. Love
Mamelodi
to see it.
Sundowns lost 4-3 to
That is
Dortmund.
today. That is today at 8 o'clock, by the way. But I just feel like they're just throwing a tournament together because they're desperate for money.
Yeah, oh no, it is 100% for that. But I'm just thinking, like, one, I can watch it on
And then
preview, and two, like, fuck it. If it's on, I might as well try to enjoy it.
yeah,
Yeah. It's just more football at the end of the day, but
Yeah, and like,
but then you've got the fact that the Brazilian teams have halted their season 12 games in, sorry, to come play in it, whereas the Premier League and all of Europe have just finished their season.
there's I
So
guess more
is that
Brazilian teams now,
particularly
which is
is that particularly the a right timing to do it?
as Infantino said, today I feel like the tournament should be held after the European season.
I mean, it's normally during the summer break, but
Yeah.
other continents play January to December rather
It's
than
like they've just
August to
gone,
July.
World Cup usually goes this time, we'll do Club World Cup. Yes, lads.
I mean, that's not wrong.
No.
It's, yeah, I am enjoying it though. There has been some memorable moments. Like, as much as I'm not a big fan of Lissandro Martin. No, I like Lautaro Martinez. Sorry, I've just remembered that Lissandro
Not the
exists after
butcher.
being fucking injured for 12 years. Um, no, Lautaro Martinez's overhead kick against Uruguay Red Diamonds was gorgeous. I don't know if any of you have seen it, but oh my god, that was a
I saw the result, but I saw that they went 1-0 down. I was like, Aurora Red Diamonds are actually going to do something. And then, no, too
I mean,
late.
to be
they
fair,
only
Inter
got
Milan have been shy.
yeah. There's a chance they still might not go through, which would be quite funny.
Who
They
else in the
drew
group?
they drew 1-1 to Monterrey.
Yeah,
They won 2-1 against Urawa Reds, and
It just sounds like a
they
Pez team.
are playing against River Plate.
River Plate.
Hey, been there. Against River
River Plate
Plate
and Inter.
tonight, which I really hope it is River Plate and Monterrey that go through.
Yeah,
You
keep
do
the
get some good games. Obviously, Porto, Al Ali,
Port
or
4-4.
Al Ali as well. Sorry, I've got an Al Ali shirt, so I'm doing an O in here, and I am a massive fan. Um, they went ahead. They scored. So it literally went Al Ali, like, and Porto were never ahead in the game.
But there were never 2 goals down. It went 1-0, 1-1,
Yeah.
2-1, 2-2, 3-3.
So like
It was
Al
just.
Ali was like scoring every single. They
But Porto had a reply every time.
I wish that Ali went through, but like yeah, if you don't
15th minute, 23rd minute, 55 plus 2 minute, 50th minute, 51st minute, 53rd minute, 64th minute, 89th minute.
Yeah, it was
Sorry,
really
those
bad.
three goals. Those three goals, by the way, 50th, 51st, 53rd. It was
In the
just
last minute.
I score, you score, I score. We break now. 10 minutes later, I scored again.
Last minute equalised by Pepe.
oh
What a guy! I mean, how the fuck is he still playing? Is it him?
That's not the
Is it
Pepe.
him? No.
no, it's the other
That's not the
Pepe.
Pepe.
It's the other
It's
Pepe.
a right
Where
winger.
they
He's
had like
Brazilian.
two Pepes at the same time.
Yeah,
Um,
Pepe.
Oh lord.
today I feel Pepe.
I feel like that should
We
just be
all feel.
Pepe.
today. I feel Pepe.
But I just think I think that it is a real interesting. It's just an interesting tournament, and it's much more interesting than the previous Club World Cups and Intercontinental Cups. Like,
Because you just didn't care unless your team was in it.
yeah, or if like it's.
I only
free
care
to-
about it because I don't like Inter Miami being there.
I care about it because it's free and it's on Channel 5.
Yeah, it is on Channel
Some of
5.
it's on Channel
I can
5.
just watch it on my computer. It's great. Freeview. Big up Freeview TV.
Classic freebie.
Classic Freeview. So let's say we got two
Classic.
tournaments on at the same time. By the way, under 21s Euros has been great.
Oh my!
So every Sunday we try to put football on in the pub because I like to do nothing on my shift, and so we had the Germany versus Italy. Oh my
That game
god,
was insane.
it was an insane game.
I would like to point out though, before anyone scored, they are shit at football.
Who? The Italians?
Both of them. It was a dog's dinner of tactics. It was shocking. No team could pass, no team could score, and no team could definitely not dribble. And then the goals went in, and then the red cards came out, and then somehow they scored a fucking free kick at the last
What a free
minute of
kick
the
it
game.
was, though.
Kick. Do you know,
I literally said, I turned, I was like, he'll fucking score this.
Yeah. As soon as they got that free kick there, I'm like, this is going in. Like, it has to
Fate
go
was
in.
there.
Yeah.
They were
England are doing well.
England are doing
Yes.
great. Yeah. See
What's
how
it-
we
The supposed favourites in Spain.
Yeah.
Just Archie Gray.
Their keeper. Right, this thing with Archie Gray needs to stop.
I love Archie Gray.
This man's like
Shout
Ryan's
out to my
addiction
friend
to Archie
Zach
Gray.
for bigging up Archie Gray when he was at Leeds. Zach, you a real one. Big up Archie Gray.
Did Archie Gray even play?
No,
I love
he
Archie
didn't
Gray.
play yesterday.
It was who scored? Elliot scored. I can't remember who scored the first goal, and then Elliot Anderson scored a penalty in the last minute. Can't remember who scored the first goal. It might have been McAtee, but
Just celebrate with Archie Gray, innit?
we've got that. And then the
Gray,
Women's
ole,
Euros is
ole,
coming
ole.
up, guys.
Stop.
The Women's Euro.
Right, George, this is it. Owen, you're not coming back.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I'll hand him my notice.
Ryan has nothing against women's football. He's just sexist.
Yeah,
No.
Ryan loves women's football. Oh dear.
It's just shit, boys, isn't it? Let's be real. It's just shit.
I saw someone on Twitter the other day. It was the Switzerland women's team played a Swiss team's under 15s lads team, and they lost 7-1.
Jesus Christ.
And the Swiss FA tried to keep it under wraps. The Swiss FA tried to keep it under wraps, but one of the boys posted it saying they won 7-1.
I just want to point out that I saw an advert for the women's Welsh team. They're doing like the player reveals on top of Mount Snowdon. Athletes, right? That's what you'd call them. They took the train up the mountain. They took the train up the mountain. They didn't walk it.
They don't want to get injured before the big tournament.
Just fucking walk.
It's their first ever Euros.
Who cares? Who cares? Like, really? There's about 12 teams in it.
I can't remember how many teams there are.
Women's England's kit is shocking as well.
Oh, it's awful. It looks like the old training kit we had for the World Cup a few years ago.
Oh, yeah.
The away kit's alright, but the home kit's not. How's the scran?
Beautiful. Transfer window, boys. What we thinking about? Do we think Liverpool have overspent on
Well, no, because they've not spent. They literally didn't spend last season, so no, they've kind of.
Yeah, they've kind of saved money.
And I have seen a few posts by City fans saying that their business is better. Just want to say, would you count their business as being better business this season or Liverpool's? Because might I remind you that they spent the same money as Liverpool right now. They spent that in winter, and they got Marmoush from that.
Liverpool's is better. I think Liverpool's players are better as well, because two of the most important lads for Leverkusen in that season. Leverkusen were good last season as well. It's just they didn't go unbeaten the whole time.
They weren't as good.
Do we think that the pull factor for Man City has dropped because they're not attracting?
I think the rest of the Premier League has got like better. It's the same thing of like the Premier League's got better, and City have had a bit of a downturn as it's all getting better. So,
As Harry loves to say, the Premier League has a lack of world-class talent. Well, I would like to point
I
out that
disagree with that.
we are gaining world-class
world-class.
talent
Frimpong is
by the
world-class.
day.
Like,
I think the level's just got so much higher. Like,
Mm.
you see, you got Bournemouth having quality players that, like, people
Yeah.
in Europe want to sign. You have Brighton having class talent. Like, a few years ago, you just have a couple, like, one-man
Yeah.
teams. Like, you had Zaha at Palace and something like that. But
well,
now they've
yeah.
actually
Would you
all
say
got
that
loads of new players.
if you take Real Madrid, for example, how many world-class players do you reckon they have now? Though, because I don't think particularly Vinny Jr. is world-class.
I
He's
still
got
say that of
talent, but his
everybody, yeah.
attitude makes him so much worse. That's my
Yeah,
personal
I
opinion.
wouldn't say he's world-class anymore. I think when he first came onto the
Yeah,
stage, he was very, very, very good. But
he had a horror
I think
first year, but
Did
then he
you
just
see? He tried to in the Club World Cup. He tried to rainbow flick over somebody. The ball went
and he
bang and
he ran into someone, didn't he? It was so bad. He's just
Courtois is still world class.
yeah, he's a world class
yeah,
keeper.
Mbappe is
yeah.
he's a world class player.
He won the European Golden Boot this year, so
Who else is there?
Perez should have won that.
I
Gyökeres plays on a lower level, so
I think
that's why he didn't win it.
I think Valverde is extremely good. I love Valverde.
Valverde's
I'd have
Valverde's really
Valverde in
good.
a heartbeat. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think everyone would.
That's the honestly that's the player I'd take out of the Real Madrid squad to go to United.
Shame you can't have him.
Luckily for you, he's not coming.
I know. I'm just being hopeful.
I think it's luckily for him. At least
Yeah.
his career can keep going on.
Luckily for everyone, really, because any player that goes to United just falls off a cliff.
It's a shame that Mbermo's going to have that happen to him.
That's not true.
He should go to Spurs.
Oh, yeah,
But, you know, with his
Frank's
manager,
like, do you know what, lads? I'll take Wisser and Mbeumo off your hands. Don't worry.
don't worry, they're in safe hands.
I'll leave you with nothing.
They've bought 2 players this season, haven't they? Tell and the other one.
Tell's a good signing. I think
Tell's a
Tell's
good
a very
signing.
good signing.
Tell showed bits of passion when
Yeah.
Tottenham were getting
I
bad.
do feel like for what we saw of Tottenham last season, I do think that where they finished in the table is a bit off.
It doesn't reflect their actual level.
Yeah, it really, because they did play good football with the players that they could
Yeah.
have. I mean, Archie Gray was playing. He's not a defender, but they had to
No.
stick him there, and he did very well.
Do you know,
And they still,
they've got an exciting new signing as well. When I say new signing, they signed him a while ago, but it was only until he turned 18 and came in because they've signed Bergvall and Archie Gray, who are both young signings.
Yeah.
They've also got a lad called Vuskovic from Zagreb, who is gonna be the shit, man. He is gonna be a great defender. For a while last season, he was like the highest scoring under 18 player in the world, and he's a centre back.
Football now.
That reminds me of when you sign Van Dijk on FM and just stick him striker, because you need someone who can score goals. He's over. Honestly, the guy is a beast. Top goal scorer by far.
I was gutted when I found out he went to Spurs as well, because I was like, fuck, that's a player I'd want. He is a certain type of gravy. He scored more goals, I think, than like other people under 18. I was about to say something.
More than many people.
I was about to say something, and I'm like, let me just actually look if this is true.
Oh dear.
No,
we'll be back after the commercial break.
Oh no, Lamine Yamal scored 2 more goals than him, but still, there was a period of time when it was true.
At one point, it was true.
At one point in the season, that was true.
I mean, it is still mad that a defender is 2 goals behind Lamine Yamal.
One of the best players in the world.
Yeah.
So, I know. Obviously, he's not playing in the Premier League, but it's still quite.
Yeah, it was in Belgium,
ridiculous.
which is still a high level of football.
Belgium's a decent level.
Oh, was he playing top tier Belgium?
Yeah.
Were they playing him
Questionably.
striker or something?
No, centre back.
Bro, what is this? Jesus Christ.
I used to
That is
get him
such a.
on.
How have they managed? Right, that is such an Hans Postecoglou signing right there. A defender who just
Yeah,
whacks balls in.
Postecoglou.
Van der Ven, who just, when he's fit, just makes runs to
I
goal.
love Van der Ven. I think he is
I think
world class.
he's world class. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's brilliant.
Michael.
I think the team that Ange put together in the short time he was there was ridiculous.
It's just a shame they're all injured. It's just a
I
shame
just
they all
found
got injured.
I found
At the same
Vucevic's
time,
football profile. He scored 7
they all
goals in the
died at
Belgian
the
league.
same time.
He scored 7 goals in the Belgian league this season from centre half. In a team that finished bottom half.
Not bad.
Man was probably top goal
Yeah.
scorer.
He's done well for himself. He was, not the best. We'll
But
say that.
he's one of my football manager and like FIFA young kids who is like, yeah, I like them. I don't like young kids. I don't like young kids. But
George getting cancelled.
We got him. We've got him.
I'm
We've
gonna
got him.
lose my
We've
job.
got him.
No, but Wonder Kids. That's it. Wonder Kids, not young kids.
No, it's young kids. We do.
Wonder young kids. Christ, bro.
What's everybody's best Wonder Kid that they've had on a like FIFA or Football Manager save? Like any of them that when I mean best, I mean
Ever.
like they've turned out to become an
Ever.
absolute world beater. Yeah.
I
Okay.
have one.
Do you want me, can I go?
Go on.
In FIFA 2018, I signed a young Hungarian to Leeds. His name, Szoboszlai. And he became my favourite player. Right? I signed him every FIFA. I had him in my ultimate team every FIFA until I obviously stopped. And then I signed him in FM. And then came the day that no one expected, just out of the blue. Oh shit, he signed for Liverpool. For no reason. For no reason at all. He just signed.
Yeah.
I was like, it's happened. But yeah, because he did really well in the Euros. I don't know if you can remember for Hungary. He was the captain of Hungary. And he was, Jesus Christ, so good. And I was like, bro, I signed him at like 18 on FIFA 18.
My one was FIFA 21. I'd start like your lower divisions or something like that. So you'd either be starting like Liga 3 in Bundesliga or not Championship. The other one, League 2
One.
or League 1 in
League Two.
in England. And I was like, the one centre back I would always sign on there is Joško Vardiol from Dynamo Zagreb. 67 rated, but his potential was just like through the roof. So by the time you get to the Prem or the Bundesliga, he would be an absolute world beater. When he was, and he'd be cheap because he was still in the rest of the world.
Yeah, I had one. I had FIFA 18 career mode with Wolves when they were still in the Championship. So they had like all these Portuguese players. But I thought, let's look at the transfer market, and I discover a very young Ashraf Hakimi and put him at right back. He was, I think, 70 rated or 68 rated, something like that. And then I see him, I was like, I signed him in 2018 for Wolves. Imagine he was stuffed in there, it'd be shocking. He'd be stuck in that Wolves side with Ruben Neves.
There's nothing wrong with Ruben Neves.
Good old Ruben.
I mean, sorry, Ruben Neves for the joke.
After his contract,
I don't think Hakimi.
after Ruben Neves' contract comes up, he will be straight back into like Barcelona or somewhere like that.
I think a lot of Saudi players will be like that though.
Sorry, I was saying about Gvardiol. One of my favourite little bits of football trivia is that he has the same name as Pep, but just in a different language.
Guardiola.
Yeah, no, it literally both of their names are translated into English mean John, John Guardian.
What, Pep Guardiola is John Guardian?
Giuseppe.
Oh yeah, it's just
yeah.
Forget that his full name is not Pep.
John and John.
I just think that's a bit weird that
Guardiola.
you've got the same name as your manager, just in a different.
Different country.
Yeah,
That'll be fine.
it'll be yeah.
Oh, did I?
Oh,
What's everybody like? Everybody feeling that clubs need for the transfer window. So who needs what? What needs who?
United need a revamp.
United in a full team.
We've got some merit in there.
They're all leaving. Anything good's going.
Like what?
Garnacho.
No, he's Aston Villa's biggest fan, I heard.
All I'm gonna say is, as somebody who
I know that
quite
too.
literally got his shirt twice because it got misprinted the first time I got it.
Yeah.
I think last season, over the past couple of seasons, he has not been as good as his breakout season.
I forgot he had a breakout season, to be honest.
Man had a great breakout season.
Should wash his face more then, shouldn't he?
And then I think he just seems like his attitude's gone down this shitter. And like,
Yeah.
if you said it about 2 years ago, I'd have been kind of heartbroken that he was going. But after the last season and like attitude problems and stuff like that, I'm just like, yeah, cool, go.
Mm.
Well, I'll
Yeah.
take 40 million for you.
That's a decent bit of money, though.
Um,
Hopefully it goes on to something pretty good.
Crystal Palace are looking to just sell off their entire team, as it appears.
Well, Palace have bought in a new goalkeeper.
I don't know what. Isaac's going. He's going.
Gay probably.
I don't think Gahey's all that.
Mark Gahey.
The Virtue Trophy has been drawn. Literally just now.
Oh.
Town have got Bradford and Doncaster.
Oh.
Lovely.
Could be worse.
What do we think for the new brand of the National League?
What is it?
It's the Enterprise National League.
I preferred Vanarama.
Vanarama worked so well.
Yeah.
The Enterprise National League is something I never wanted to see.
Maybe that could work, but it's not.
I'm not orange.
A few years time.
But it's not orange anymore.
Yeah, it's not orange. It's green
and orange was nice. Orange was a
the
nice
orange
color.
National League logo. It worked.
No one else had orange, and now
The
it's
genuine
all...
National League logo is a red thing with blue writing, but because it's Vanarama, it changed to the thumbs up. That's just how it was.
Love the thumbs up.
The classic thumbs up.
Yeah, no,
match balls. But we've got to get used to Enterprise now.
We won't have to see it. We won't have to get used to it, Owen. It's all good.
No, because it's on DAZN, and nobody's going to be able to see it from now on. Like, unless it only goes on Channel 5. Come on, Channel 5.
You can do it again.
Preview.
How is... Yeah, I don't even know what I was going to fucking say then.
What's your train of thought?
I've lost my train of thought. All I can think of
I have a game to play.
Oh, fuck it. Let's go to Owen's game. Owen's come up with
I have a little
tenable
round of football tenable for you boys to do.
We'll take this. If you're watching at home, you know what the rules are. Owen's going to explain them to you.
Yeah, well, if you haven't watched Tenable, there is 10 things that I've asked, that is the answer to this. So the round is the last 10 defenders to score for England.
Right.
And it's the last 10 defenders to have scored a goal for England. I've checked on FOTMob. Left back, right back, and centre back to the 10 most recent to score for England, and I'm not counting them if they've scored like twice. So it's 10 different defenders.
Okay. So we've only got 3 lives between us.
Yeah, well, we'll give you 3 left.
Okay, so we need to think.
Harry Maguire, that is correct. He scored against San Marino in 2021.
Okay. Oh, yes.
So
we got production value here.
Harry Maguire is 8th. He's in 8th.
8. So the 8th.
8th last.
Is that in order? Of what they
So
got?
number 1 is the most recent. Number 8 is.
When did you say?
Yeah.
When was Luke Shaw's Euros?
That's
Oh,
what I was about to say. That was 2021.
right, we'll go with that. Go with that.
Luke Shaw, but it was actually not the Euros goal. It was a goal in the Nations League against Germany in September 2022. He is
Oh.
6th.
Oh,
Yes, he's
okay.
6th. So there's one between 2021 and 2022. So somewhere early 2022, there would have been one.
Trent must have scored. Right?
Cool.
Against Finland in October 2024.
Okay. Was that
He's
like
fourth. He's fourth. He's fourth.
Is John
Fourth.
Stones on there? Oh, yes.
Against Hungary in October 2021, he's 9th.
9th. Oh, that
Right.
was.
Okay.
You've got 4th, 6th, 8th, and 9th.
Who was
Mixed bag right there. Mixed bag.
We got to think of like who even defends. There's a possibility you've got. Did no?
You could have.
Trippier
You
did score
could talk
something.
about each other.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
Did Trippier score something? I feel like Trippier scored something, but I don't want to say it. So we'll put Trippier over here.
Would Reece James have scored a goal in the past few years? Because he's got to have.
Remember, I was about to say yes, but then that might have been for Chelsea at the end of the season.
But since 2021 is what the base is at. Reece James has got to have scored since 2021. Surely.
Has even been.
Because
is Chilwell.
Wait, is that a guess?
No, that's
or...
me. That's me consulting. I think Chilwell scored that long.
Because if we were flustered with right back, so Trent was moved into the middle.
Yeah, because
for quite a few games. So that means that we've got obviously a few more right backs
in like the Euros. I think he did, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to.
We've got 3 lives and we've got quite a lot. So if we just go with one of the 3 you've just said,
Gay.
and then
you say Mark Gahey?
Yeah. Oh no,
it's wrong. Mark Gahey has not scored a goal for England.
Oh fuck. So we are.
Right, but Reece James and Trippier have both scored for England.
Yeah.
It's just when they've scored for England. I feel like Reece James would have been more recent than Trippier. But I don't want to.
We just need to get out some names here. All that's going through my head is Gary Cahill and John Terry, and neither of those have played in the past 5 years.
Lads, England centre backs. That's difficult. We don't have many centre backs, do we? Who's the most recent choices that we've had?
Has Dan Burn scored? Did Dan Burn do the same he did against PSG? That's the big question. No.
Lewis Dunk hasn't scored, but for some reason he was picked.
Lewis Dunk.
My dad does not see why he was picked.
He's a good player.
Kyle Walker, I don't think he's scored.
No, but he was actually good a few seasons ago.
Yeah, a few seasons, yeah.
Have we said any left backs?
No.
You said Chilwell.
Chilwell, but we haven't guessed it.
We've not guessed.
Who normally plays left back then? Who plays left back for England?
Well, you got Luke Shaw, right?
Shaw. But Luke Shaw's always injured, so who plays left back? Dan Burn.
No. Well, it's a 3-back, isn't it? That's normally played.
Yeah.
So,
do you want to give us just give him an answer?
Reece James. I'll hit Reece James.
Yes! Oh.
He's the most recent defender to score for England. He scored a free kick against Latvia at Wembley in March 2025.
He did, yeah.
Oh,
that was the one I was he either scored at the end of the season for Chelsea or it was.
You described the exact goal he scored. I was like, that was for England.
Okay.
So you've guessed 1, 4, 6, 8, and 9. You're halfway there.
Shit. We're only halfway there and we've run out of defenders.
No, we've got some
Longest podcast
defenders.
of all time.
It's just we need to think of 5 defenders that have scored for England since 2021. Have we got 10 yet?
No, we've not.
What is
got
in the
10.
10th most recent? No, you haven't.
Which one have we got 9th though, haven't we?
Your latest one was John Stones in October 2021 against Hungary.
Right. So someone who scored before John Stone.
You have 2 lives, remember.
I forgot who we've even said as a suggestion.
I want to go. I
Do you
want to
think
go
Shield?
Kyle Walker.
Okay, well, Kyle
feel
Walker.
like-
Kyle Walker?
Yeah.
Against Ukraine in September 2023, he's 5th.
5th.
Oh shit! Okay.
Should we go
You've got 1, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9.
Yeah. 6. We can.
Ben Chilwell.
Is that a guess?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
He's 10th on the list. He scored against Andorra.
Yes, we got the
He scored against
away draw.
Andorra.
Okay.
He scored against Andorra in October 2021, 3 days before
We
John
need-
Stones scored.
We need 3 more, right?
You've got
Three more.
7th, you've got 3rd, and 2nd.
So we've got 2 recent ones as well. That's the thing. Like it's some in
2
the past
recent ones, yes.
couple years. I'm just trying to think back to the Euros. Was there any one where it's like a cross into the, where it's like, did somebody score at the Euros? I don't remember the Euros that much. Cole Palmer is not a defender.
There are any like Chelsea centre backs because they're all English. You got Chalobah.
Benoit Badiashile.
Yeah.
My favourite English one of Thiago Silva.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't really give you a clue without trying to like give it away, but
No clues
No
here.
clues.
We
No
either
clues.
die or we get it. It's not Dan Burn. We are settling on the fact that it's not Dan Burn. Please tell me that you don't think it's Dan Burn, because it's not Dan Burn. It's definitely not Dan Burn. I'm not trying to gaslight myself into believing it's not Dan Burn.
No, the latest one was 2025, and Dan Burn has played for England since before
yeah, the
March,
most recent one
whatever,
was March
2025.
2025.
Cool.
But I can't remember him scoring a goal.
No, because it would be great if he did.
But I can remember him scoring a goal. I just don't know what team it was for.
We need just English. Just name some English defenders. Like.
I've named them all. I've literally named them all, and they're all right.
You haven't named them all.
Is there one on there that we've not said?
The 3 that's left, you have not mentioned once.
Fuck off!
Fuck's
Fuck
sake.
off!
The 3 that's left, you have not mentioned once.
Oh my god!
Chris-
Okay, so it's
Chris
definitely not Dan
fucking
Burn. Then, I
Smalling.
can tell you that.
Chris
No, it's
Smalling.
not Chris Smalling because he's been away and he's not been in the England squad like this decade. I don't think.
Because I have the answers up to 15th, so if you got them outside the top 10, I would have given you like 11th
It's
to 15th.
not Phil Jones.
But you haven't guessed any outside the top 10 yet.
Is there one who plays for Palace, Ryan? No.
Mark Gahey, and we already guessed that, and it was
You
wrong.
are everything, you're taking England to Berlin, monkey.
Mark Gahey. I feel like, are we missing?
Is there one who plays for like foreign country? Like a foreign national?
Is that a question to me, or is that...
That's a Ryan.
I would have been. Yeah, that would have been Trippier when he scored. Atletico.
No, not Tomori. No.
Tomori's not bad, you know.
Ryan, have we mentioned any of the 3 yet?
I'm not telling you because you've only named 2 players.
Got 3 left. I just
You have
All
two
I'm say-
lives, so
All I'm saying is Bukayo Saka used to play as a wing back.
Oh, he can't, Paul. Oh, he can't. Livramento, has he scored?
Is that an actual? Are you asking him there? Because I don't think that's
No,
true.
no, no, no,
Is that
no,
a
no,
guess?
no, 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 no. I'm just spitting out Lavia.
Just a random-
Yeah,
No, he's a midfielder.
Lavia, the famous Belgian CDM.
yeah, great.
Oh, Harwood. No, it's Harwood Bellis. He's not a defender. I just know he scored. Against Ireland. He's not a defender though, is he? I'm panicking here. I'm panicking.
Is he?
Is he?
I don't know who the fuck you've
Is
just
it a
said.
guess?
The one who's related to Roy Keane. Roy Keane wife.
English.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's played for England.
Yeah, because he
Not like
scored,
under 21. The
scored against
actual
Ireland.
England.
Right? I don't even think he's a defender though.
Who's that one from Bundesliga that played that one time? Under Carson or whatever his name is.
Gasly.
That's like
Yeah,
Joe
Casley.
Gitt. No. A defender. Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer.
Is that a guess?
Yes.
Is that a guess?
Yeah, we're guessing that.
Fuck.
He is 15th on the list.
Oh no! Sorry, you said Bundesliga, and I'm like Eric fucking Dyer.
Eric Dyer is 15th on the list. He scored against Slovakia in 2017.
Oh fucking hell! It goes back that far. Jesus Christ.
Well, 15th is
Yeah,
2017.
15th.
So.
Fucking...
We went through a few years where it was just Kane.
I saw him.
That's all it was.
Does he count?
No.
Right.
Might be the longest podcast ever.
Yeah.
We're
Tenable.
This is racking my brain up. I can't even think of England players. It's not Wan-Bissaka because he's never played for England. He's now officially gone Dr. Republic now. Dr. Congo. Dr. Congo.
Dr. Congo. Dr. Congo.
Has he?
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, he's a Dr.
declared
Congo.
now.
Yeah, he's
Alright.
declared. Any day?
No.
do you want a hint?
No, because that's cheating. No, right.
Well, I can say their positions.
Okay, tell us the positions.
There's 2 centre-backs
Fuck you.
and a full-back.
Right, just throw a name
Well,
out
back
there.
is not a...
Just throw a name out there.
What if we lose this life? Do we just lose?
Yeah.
You get that, yeah, basically. I was going to say you can lose your last life and then have one more guess, but...
Okay.
That's the point of the last life, is that's the last guess.
Yeah, I know, but like, when you run out of lives, you have one more guess and then you're just done. But...
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure
I
here.
can't think of anyone. Just go with one.
Dan Burn.
So your final guess.
Dan Burn!
It's not Dan Burn. So
Go 10 upwards.
there are...
Or go 15 upwards.
So-
Go from 15 upwards.
So 15th that you said was Eric Dyer.
Yep.
14th is Gary Cahill.
I said him.
13th it was Kieran Trippier. 12th Michael Keane. 11th was Connor Cody. Then you said Chilwell 10th. Stones 9th. Maguire 8th. 7th place against the Ivory Coast in March 2022 was Tyrone Mings.
Fuck.
Then you had Luke Shaw.
No, is the other one... Oh my god, what's his name? Not Tyrone Mings, the other one.
Luke Shaw, Kyle Walker, Trent. 3rd place. George, you're going to kick yourself. Taylor Harwood Bellis versus Ireland. On November 2024. And then 2nd place, well, you got Reece James, who was 1st. And 2nd place versus Albania in March 2025 is Miles Lewis Skelly.
More like Miles Lewis Sketty.
And that's the list.
Fuck me.
Wow.
I think that was not that bad. Your brain's been
We did
fried,
well.
but
I feel like we've done quite well there.
Yeah.
you did
We've got
alright to be
quite
fair.
good.
But when you started saying Harwood Bellis, is he? And it was like you went, he's a midfielder. I was like, no, George.
I didn't believe it either, to be fair.
No, because he scored. He scored against Ireland. He's dating
I
Roy
knew he
Keane's
scored
daughter.
against Ireland in his debut. That's the thing, and I was like,
He's
"Ooh,
dating Roy
that's
Keane's daughter.
yeah, that's crap."
Wow. Brain's been fried for today.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I mean, my dad got 6 and you lot got 7, so you're better than my dad. So
Yeah,
Hey, let's go.
Dad and a
I had to
Hodo.
give him hints for 4 of them. He
You
didn't
have
get.
to
He
give
didn't
him
get
him.
Mings. He didn't get Mings like you. Yeah. He didn't get Mings,
Tyrone
Harwood Bellis, or
Mings.
Skelly. My mum got Harwood Bellis actually. My mum's got ball knowledge.
That's quite. I didn't do with a question at the beginning of this, so do you want my question?
Oh yeah, I forget
I
there's a
just didn't do
question.
the question. Just didn't do the question. My question for the week is
Is it just me or is Ryan froze?
oh, he's actually froze. Oh,
I was like, unless he's actually just trying to stare us out.
so Owen,
Hello.
who is the only club, only European club
Okay.
who have not won the Club World Cup in the past 15 years? So the only club who has won the Champions League but not won the Club World Cup, not including this current tournament.
Well, obviously, I would assume there'd be a lot of answers after this tournament.
Yeah.
I don't know who's won stuff and when. Because I remember there was a team that won it that wasn't European, but I don't know who they beat. That's the thing. I just had a big ding.
Ding.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't like Ryan just throws straight out there. No, no.
There he goes. As long as
It's all going wrong. It's all going wrong in the household. Yeah, it was just waiting on that.
Oh, Mr. Connecting himself. So that's it. That right. Oh.
I don't. I know who won it, but I don't know which European team lost it. Oh,
We are having technical difficulties with Ryan, which is
very
not
big
unusual.
technical difficulties.
Oh my god! There we go.
I've got the text has gone wrong. Oh, he's
And there he
back.
comes. There we go.
Is
He's
he
back and
here?
he's better than ever. So,
Sorry. My phone died.
It was quite weird. You just like froze and you're staring us out like this.
we didn't realise you were gone for about 20 seconds.
No, it took a while. We just thought you was like just sat very still.
What's everybody? Oh, I asked a question, by the way, because I forgot at the beginning of the podcast. Who is the
Alright.
only team, only European team to enter the Club World Cup over the past 15 years and not win? Not including this year's.
I know the team that won it that wasn't the European team,
Which is?
Corinthians,
Yep.
but I don't know who they beat.
Anyway, we're about 50 minutes in. What's everybody's most excited thing for next season?
Ooh.
I'm excited to see Leeds back in the Prem.
Yeah, and Sunderland.
And Sunderland as well.
Sunderland v Newcastle in the Premier League.
It'll be...
Why?
The Hill Dickinson Stadium.
Yeah, no, that like... That'll be... that is actually kind of exciting, even though it's like... got the world's crappiest name.
Yeah, it's quite hard.
Why didn't they just stick with Bramley more? That would be good.
Mill's a great stadium.
It was a good name.
I'm excited to do a Football Manager save on Lyon from League 2 next season.
That'd be... Yeah, and
Yeah.
Football Manager 2026 will be alright when that eventually comes out.
League 2. They
League
got
2.
relegated. What was it for? They had fines, didn't they? Or like they had debt.
Financial.
Yeah, financial stuff.
They've had it for ages. They've just been putting it off.
But they sold a lot of players, and it still wasn't enough.
Yeah, they just caught themselves because there's no money in France anymore. France is dead.
Yeah, it
all
literally. There's only 2 clubs that have got money now, and it's PSG and Paris FC. I'm excited to see Paris FC. I hope they do well because
their stadiums are like this to each other, aren't
they? Like 10 meters apart.
Literally, they're separated by a road.
I just think I think there is merit in French football. It's just I don't know. It's just not as meritful as it should be.
They can't compete.
Yeah.
Because when you've got a team like PSG with that amount of money, and then you've got other teams that just don't have that money, it all just collapses. Because it's like I think the Prem's been lucky that although the owners can be shit at times, they do have money, so at least they'll buy players. Whereas in Liga, there's just not that, and the same with La Liga. You know, you got a few teams with money, and then
you have 2 teams.
You know, the rest of them, they just don't, so they can't keep up with anything.
Yeah, I think that's really hurt like the bottom of the table. Like when I say the bottom of the table, I mean everybody down from the top 3. Like it's just the rest of them.
I do feel like lately there's been more investment in those smaller clubs, which is nice. But that seems to be from retired footballers, still playing footballers, and American businessmen. I don't know which ones really were.
Look at last season. United teared through like 3 Spanish teams, and that was like the worst United squad in years. And that was with a Casemiro who was like way past it, but because of how Spanish football's played, he could just destroy them. It's
simply because they play completely different football to what we play.
Yeah.
And and let's say I don't know 5 years ago, it probably would have been a tighter game because referees would allow them to play the football they want. Whereas now they don't get away with it. You know, all the diving is just looked away from, and they can't do it because the way they play football is to win set pieces, play from set pieces, and they can't do it. They can't do it anymore.
I think that we should. Sorry, you were speaking about all of that, and like I'm like, oh yeah, international European football and how it stacks up against each other. Right here, right now, we do an early guess for who wins each of the 3 European tournaments. Who's going to win the Champions League next year?
Liverpool.
Okay, Owen, give us a realistic expectation of who's going to win the Premier League next year.
The Premier League?
No, the other one.
Champions League.
I will say Barcelona.
I am going to say I to be honest, my brain's like go PSG again because this will be a better PSG team.
PSG again.
Yeah, they've won it once now, haven't they? So.
Yeah, and they might go on a roll. So I'm going to say.
Actually, I take mine back. Tottenham Hotspur are going to win the Champions League this season.
I don't want that.
Just trophy after trophy after trophy.
Yeah, imagine if they went like 10 years without losing, like without not winning a trophy. Like
that'd be a dream come true.
Let it be a dream. I don't even remember who's in the Europa League.
Crystal Palace are going to win the Europa League.
Sevilla.
Crystal Palace are going to win the Europa League.
Real Betis.
Who qualified for the Europa League? I'm going to look at qualified for the Europa League.
I think Crystal Palace have a real shot this year. I think they're a debut season.
Are they even allowed in? Are they allowed in?
I don't know. I don't care.
I'm going to say...
Yeah, he diluted his stake, didn't he? He sold his stake in the club.
I didn't know if that was allowed.
And then they went
I'm going to say Europa League. I'm going to say Lille.
I'm going to say it's not going to be Go Ahead Eagles That's what I'm gonna say. Now, I think I'm looking through the
Team,
teams,
man. Team.
and I'm gonna go Aston Villa.
Oh, okay.
Leon are
That's
still in
nice.
it, by the way. Leon are still in the Europa League.
Even though they're in the second tier.
Yep.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, I just think they'll lose quite
And
a few
then
players.
the Conference League. I will
Forest.
go. I was going to say,
Forest.
yeah,
You
Forest.
thinking Forest? I'm just looking at
Forest.
who's
Yeah.
actually qualified already. Although no, everybody gets through to the qualifying round, so there's a chance that they don't even get through to it.
It's just a way to Lithuania.
Yeah, I really hope it's somebody like you wouldn't expect because there's not any big teams in it this year. I don't think like
Rangers.
Forest. It's
They'll lose the Europa League.
You'll never guess who's in it again.
Oh,
Fiorentina.
who's in it? They're going to go to the final again.
Fiorentina, Forest, Rail
Man.
Vallecano, Mainz, or Strasbourg.
Vallecano?
Yeah. Which
Jesus.
do you know, I'm actually quite excited because there's not a big team in there. There's not a big
Forest
team.
are a huge team.
No, but like you know what I mean. There's
They're
not like your Chelsea.
huge, George. They're a
Forest
huge team.
They're a
have a
big
European
club.
pedigree.
They're a big club, yes, but like they're not like
I've watched Champions League lads.
they're not a head shoulder. They're not a head and shoulders above the
They're
rest.
not like there's not a massive gap, but
Yeah.
they have European pedigree. So
They do.
They're not a 2-in-1. They're not a 2-in-1
But
champ.
so do
That's
fucking
what I
like
think.
there's like be like oh yeah they've
They're
got
not.
European pedigree and it's like oh yeah so do Red Star. So do yeah. So does
Stuart
So
Bucharest.
does Barry.
Bucharest.
Göteborg from Sweden.
Well, I mean, you can be like, well, Leeds United got to a final for Champions League.
Middlesbrough have
Yeah.
European pedigree.
Yeah. I just want to say
Fulham.
I will get lectured on. But every time you bring up Bayern Munich
Burnley.
Champions League final,
Burnley have European pedigree.
They played Aberdeen.
They were in Europe.
Ipswich have won a European tournament.
Aberdeen.
Aberdeen.
I hope Aberdeen
Aberdeen.
win. No, I just it's going to end up being AIK versus Mainz 05 in the final, and it's AIK win it.
Oh,
Technical
difficulties
yet again.
See what we
So anyway, we've got to the
phone
hour
for
mark.
that.
We've got
Got my
to.
phone.
Oh my
What
god!
is that colour? The colour? What has happened? There we go.
Owen,
Hello.
buy bench sell. Play start bench
What?
sell. Give us one. Give us a start bench sell right now.
Oh, Jesus. Stop
Off the top of your head.
Jesus
Come
Christ.
on, Owen.
He's never coming again.
I can't think of one on the spot.
Give us one, Owen.
I'm thinking. Lautaro Martinez, Harry Kane, and Alexander Isak.
I would. That's straight off the top of my head. I'm going to give you start Isak, bench Kane, sell Lautaro.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Okay, well, welcome to the first disagreement of this sort of bit, because I'm going to start Isak, bench Martinez, and sell Harry Kane.
What? Oh, I'll make another disagreement. I would start Kane, bench Martinez, sell Isak.
And why are you selling Isak?
Because I think Martinez and Kane are much better strikers than them.
I think me and my dad have like a personal vendetta against Martinez. Don't know why. We just hate.
That
Why-
was so
I
loud.
like it.
in my
It's like
ear.
me. To be fair, it was it's like me and Kyle Walker. I just hate Kyle Walker. Hate him.
He's a
so
weird
bad.
man.
He does get his penis out in pubs.
He's so bad,
He does.
but he's so bad as well. He's bad at football.
It can.
He is bad at football. For England, he's really bad.
What are we thinking about England? Sorry, we've
So
not really spoke about it. How are we feeling about
What?
England's like team going ahead?
if we play like that again, I don't want any of those players to represent England
No.
because it ain't Tuchel.
No, that's
It's the
what I was
players.
thinking. I'm like, at least Tuchel. I feel like Tuchel's put out a shit squad, but like it's to kind of prove. Everybody has to prove themselves and why they're there again, even if it's against like, oh, it's against
Because
Senegal. But like
because
Senegal's still a good team.
yeah. I mean, it's a different system, and it's weird having obviously a German manager. So he's had to pick a team that he knows he can trust. And some people, because if he picks a very young team, if there's any, yeah. So, but the players, they just they just didn't care. And I get it. It didn't mean anything. You know, they were shit. They were shit teams. You're gonna win, and then you win the one, and then you're off against Senegal. It was embarrassing to watch though, because they were just shy.
Yeah, they weren't
Genuinely shy. And then, but then the times that we were playing the football that Thomas, he wanted us to play, we fucking scored twice.
Yeah.
And that was it. Two goals, and they were the only 5 minutes out of the 180 we played that I actually thought, yeah, we're playing this football now.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how we did not beat Andorra by more than one.
Yeah. There were some bright spots. There is some bright spots. I thought Gibbs White was really good in both games. I thought he was good.
I love him. He is great.
I think Cole Palmer. I think Cole Palmer needs to be dropped because he was just shite. Madueke was shite. I know. I don't get me wrong. I get why he's picked Chelsea players because obviously he's managed Chelsea before anyway. The squad he was comfortable with, but
like
they were just generally wrong.
What players would you take for your World Cup? Who would you leave out, kind of thing? I'd leave out Foden because he's never proved he can actually play for England. That's my one. Like, yeah, that's
I'd leave out Lewis Skelly.
Yeah.
Don't rate him. Don't think he's good enough. I'd leave out Foden as well. I don't think he's proved himself this year. And I'd definitely leave out Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
To be honest.
And Kyle Walker.
Henderson's not brought for experience. He won't brought in for anything else. He was there just for experience, if anything.
I know.
I'd
yeah, he was there for team bonding.
I'd leave out both Walker and Trippier. I'd take Gibbs White. I'd take Eze.
I'd take Dan Burn.
Because it's funny. No. No.
Dan Burn's just a meme.
Hey, he's a quality player.
He's a quality player.
Quality player.
He is.
I'm trying to think of who else you'd take.
Liam Delap. I
No.
think he'll be at the World Cup.
He probably will. I don't know. I'd still take.
If we're going on those lines, I'm taking Dali Ali. Make his dreams come true.
He might have the greatest season with Como next season.
He's going to have to have the great. They're going to have to win everything. They're going to have to win the Champions League, even though they're not in it. They're going to have to win the treble.
Score 20 goals. He could score 20 goals.
Do you? This is. Do you guys think that Job makes it to the World Cup?
Possibly.
There's a chance.
He'd have to have a really, really, really good season.
He'd have to have a better season than what Bellingham did at Dortmund for him to get a chance. They spent a lot on him, though.
Yeah, it's good for Sunderland.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Sunderland particularly wanted to let him go, given that they will want to stay in the Premier League. You know, they will want to. A lot of teams, you think they're coming up. Do they actually want to stay in the Prem?
There's not many teams who are on parachute payments anymore in the Premier League, by the way.
Luton are still on it in League One.
Yeah, but there's like only 4 teams who are on parachute payments. Like,
I missed the bin.
Sheffield United, the 3 that are coming down.
The fact that Sheffield United are on parachute payments, even though they just do this.
Well, it means they're constantly on parachute payments.
Yeah, they've got constant.
Yeah, exactly. So is there an actual reason they're doing they're just doing this.
Because they're not willing to.
Because they're good enough
invest
for
in
the
it.
Championship, but they're not good enough for the Prem. It's such a big gap.
So we need another league. And we need another
Let's
league
call it the
in
Conference
between.
Championship.
The premiere of the championship.
Well,
The Prem, the
The
I don't
Prem
know.
de la Prem.
Division 1. The old Division 1
0.5.
comes back.
Division 1.5.
Division half.
Oh.
yeah.
Um.
Nice to have some more northern teams in the Premier League, though,
Yeah.
is what I'll say.
Proper
Sunderland.
northern
It's
teams.
not north and eastern teams.
Just less
North and
northern
eastern
teams.
teams.
Who do you
Yeah.
think's going
They're
down
all
next season?
I don't want it to be a third year in a row of what we've experienced.
I think
but
Sunderland will be dead but last. Sunderland will be dead last, one of the worst teams you've ever seen in the Premier League. They've already been the worst team you've seen in the Premier League twice in history, so
third time's the charm.
yeah, third time's a charm.
As much as I wanted them to stay up, in fact, I'm just going to say it. As much as I want all three of them to stay up, they're all going down.
I don't want
Yeah,
Burnley
it's
to
going to
stay.
happen again. Thing is, Leeds, they'll be the
Oh, yeah.
closest one.
I think, but I generally think, hear me out here, I'm going to put Burnley last because they don't score goals.
They
just don't score enough goals.
They're probably going to lose
They
Trafford.
still score goals in one of the most lucrative leagues in the world.
Yeah.
Everyone scores goals in that league.
They're probably going to lose Trafford. They lost Egan Riley to Marseille. So that's two parts of their incredible defence gone.
My big problem with Burnley is just the fact that if they didn't have James Trafford in goal, that season is actually a relegation season.
They'd be nowhere.
Do you know what is one of the
They
funniest
scored
things? Is that clip of Burnley, like when it's that one guy who's running ahead, and then just you see
the defenders, they all just come out of nowhere.
Like manage to surround him.
Yeah. Very wrong. If you've got that good of a fence, you don't need to score goals. But in the Premier League,
it's been proven that being like that in the Championship doesn't work in the Prem.
I mean,
teams are going to score past you, and if you can't score, you're in trouble.
I just looked at the Championship table. Burnley scored the third most goals in the league last season. So their goal scoring isn't an issue. It's just...
It's not going to be enough for the Prem. They're going to try to play that style of football, and they're just going to get bummed.
Yeah. The team isn't going to...
How many goals did they score in total?
Well, they scored 69 in the league. And then I don't know what it is in all the cups and that, but...
I think they don't have that dog in them like Leeds.
It was a lot.
Leeds have, in fact, got.
Yeah, it was just a lot. It's a lot of 1-0, 1-1, and then the odd big score line.
Leeds just tear everyone apart instead. Leeds just won like 6-0, 5-0.
They did not lose more than like 1-0, I think, this entire season. They
Burnley
were
only lost. Yeah, Burnley never.
No, Leeds were almost as good defensively. They're in the top 5 for the best defensive teams to ever be in the Championship or something like that. Like least goals conceded. They only conceded like 23. They weren't that far off of Burnley.
Yeah, they only lost 1-0.
Yeah, but like I say, the difference between Leeds and Burnley was Leeds just absolutely shredded teams.
Yeah.
Leeds' biggest loss came in the Carabao Cup.
Like a shout out to Zach for this, but like Leeds are just they were just so fun to watch last season when you could.
If there is a team to stay up this season,
it'll be Leeds.
It would be Leeds. However, as I've said in the past, as I said in the past, I don't think by the end of the season they'll still have the same manager.
No.
Same players, I don't see them having the same manager.
Bring back Bielsa.
Because, I just like I say, I don't know. I don't know with his track record of the Premier League if he's the right one for the job. I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Burnley have only signed their loanees, from last season, so they're not really doing much.
They are, in fact. No,
Yeah.
Leeds have just signed a great defender from Udinese, though, for quite
Leeds have
cheap
just
as
bought
well.
2 new players. Leeds have got Lucas and Mecha from Wolfsburg. Yeah, Wolfsburg.
And they've got
And
the next Archie Grayo in. They've got the next
they got
Archie Gray.
Yaka Bijol from Udinese.
Yeah.
Sounds like they're gonna get relegated again.
No, I think they've got a much more well-rounded squad. I think they had a good squad. Like, I think they had a lower table Premier League squad in the Championship.
Yeah, that Tanaka in midfield's a joke.
Tanaka's great.
Tanaka in the midfield's a joke.
He'll be, if he performs well in the Premier League next season, he will be sold to someone.
Do we think that Birmingham City just shoot straight up?
No.
No. Do you think the Wrexham go straight up? Playoffs?
I think they go down.
Think they go down?
They'll struggle.
They go down.
They won't go down. So they'll struggle.
But guys, my documentary's got to be good.
Yeah, it does. But
It's about your documentary.
this is what I said to my dad. I said, "Oh, well, Wrexham have got a lot of money, but I don't think they have enough money to
What are they even?
to get them to the
What
Premier
moves are
League."
they making? Like, we out here making moves. My guy, you're in Wrexham.
Not
there are
a
moves
lot.
to make.
But I think the problem with Wrexham is they're currently on that right now.
Yeah.
They're on that. If it drops, it drops. They've got the momentum. Obviously, they've got
Hardy. Sorry.
Yeah, they've got. Obviously, they're on that trajectory. They've got the entirety of America looking at them because obviously they've gone up and up and up and up and up. But as we've seen from American fans, if you don't carry on winning, they'll leave. So as soon as they struggle, which they will, I don't think enough money will be coming in for them to sustain championship for very long. To be quite honest.
Yeah.
It's great, don't get me wrong, because it does prove that obviously if you put time and money into a National League team, you know, it can go far.
Which just means that they're going to be.
But obviously, it can be not sustainable. I don't know if spending this amount of much money was a sustainable thing for them to do. I don't know. We'll see. It's quite exciting though.
It's easier to like fund a championship side as well. That's not championship side. Sorry, a fucking National League side than like buying a League 2 side because they've got less restrictions on financials.
Yeah, there's less. Yeah, they got less restrictions. But I think it as much as obviously it pains me, but it is quite exciting. I am wanting to see how well they do.
Yeah.
If they do well,
it'll be fascinating either way.
But they will. Yeah, and another big looking point is how far they can go with the same manager.
Yeah.
Obviously, he has got them to championship, but you know the same football. You know, it's sort of like a one-trick pony. You know, it's the same football. It's just different players. So how long do they go with this gaffer?
So all I'm hearing is that you want them to sign Jose Mourinho.
I think if Jose Mourinho goes to them, it would be very funny.
It'd be funny, definitely.
I'd respect the grind. I'd respect the hustle. Don't get me wrong. Going to Jose Mourinho, going to Wrexham, but is that the team that he? Yeah, is that the team that he told everyone he was going for?
That's the perfect team that he wants.
I want a struggling club. I want a real challenge.
Yeah, no, because he said he wants a non-European Premier League team. I think he'd be willing
and he's going to go for a definitely non-European Welsh team.
I think he'd be willing to drop down to the Championship.
But would he live in Wales?
No, he'd live in Manchester.
And then just go down.
Yeah.
It's Jose Mourinho. He's not some random English bloke who used to play for them 5 years ago.
He would live in Cheshire, and he'd get a helicopter across every training day. Like, it's Jose Mourinho. I don't know why we're discussing Jose Mourinho to Wrexham. Like, I know I brought it up as a joke, but like, the more we
Yeah.
talk about it, the more plausible it seems.
It would be funny to see
It
him
would
there,
be
though, because the
funny.
documentary would be hilarious.
You could imagine
So-
advertising with them.
We've got a new signing, guys. We've got a new signing. And Deadpool would like to announce Jose Mourinho.
Why?
It'll be like one of those things.
I love that you've gone
They'll
full New York
do
accent.
like a map of where it's from.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Portugal's where Iceland
they'll
is.
have a map of where it's from. Yeah, and they'll like put the pin in China or something.
Oh, he played for Porto FC in the Chinese third division.
It's still, I will say, it does still surprise me that they got the location of Wrexham right, but couldn't get. We literally played them, and they didn't know where we were.
Hey, all
And
I'm
it
going to
just
say is we were
slapped.
the villains of the first season. Villains of the first season.
Yeah.
When I was at Download, I saw 5 different people in a Grimsby shirt. So
When I was in
you see
Portugal,
them walking past, and you're just like,
I saw.
Mariners, Mariners.
Yeah, I was in the Portugal airport on my way home, and this guy was watching the Grimsby Town game, and that is how I watched Grimsby Town be horrible. I think.
That's quite funny.
What,
Not-
Kieran Green's halfway line goal?
Yeah, and then obviously the collapse.
We don't talk about that.
There was this lady. I was stood watching the
If we won that game, by the way,
Don't start.
playoffs.
we won that game.
There was I was stood watching the darkness, and this lady came past me and literally stood next to me in a Grimsby Town shirt, and I was like, I'm from Grimsby too, and she was like, yeah, greatest place on earth. I'm like, you're not from Grimsby, lass, are you?
Just not from there.
You're not. I was like, she's just wearing the kit because she's.
Me and her have 2 different opinions.
She's had a mystery shirt delivered to her
Yeah.
house.
We've got glory supporters in our midst.
Yeah.
You know, top half finishers. They're creaming over the top half finishers
Nothing
right now.
says a Ryan Reynolds hater like a Grimsby Town shirt.
I don't like Deadpool. I like Wolverine. This is how I'm doing it.
Wolverine.
That's what they should have done, by the way, for the Deadpool Wolverine thing. They should have had him, Deadpool, in a Wrexham shirt, and Wolverine in a Grimsby Town shirt. And they should
That
have.
would have been amazing.
And they're in the car just scrapping it out. That is what that is absolute cinema.
We need to. You need to get on your You need to get on your TikTok at MarinerHodo.com. You need to edit that scene where it's Wolverine is Grimsby and Deadpool.
Oh
is
my
Wrexham,
god!
and
Yeah.
then just Wrexham versus
see if I can do it.
5-5 or whatever it was. That
5-4.
Yeah.
5-4. That's it. You need that.
There is
see what I
9
can do.
fights in that clip.
Yeah.
If I see that, I'm gonna spam Ryan Reynolds with it
Yeah. At Ryan Reynolds.
until it gets included in the documentary. I'll find his email as well and send it to his email.
Find his email and email him. Email him that too.
On all 19 of the emails that I got to get you to 1,000 subs, I will use them again to help you get your clip on Ryan Reynolds' story.
Look at this, guys. They sent me a nice video. They promoted Deadpool. Oh, wait.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, for fuck's
Oh,
sake, man.
no.
Do you know what? This might have been
Right.
the longest podcast that we have done so far. We are almost at 90 minutes.
Thank you, Tenable.
Thank you, Tenable.
Thank you, Tenable, for the
I'm
for the
enjoying
sponsorship.
Let me get to the
we
right
really
height.
appreciate it.
Let me get to the right height of the host.
it.
Oh, hell no.
The man's a national treasure, Owen.
He's incredible, to be fair.
Can you walk?
He's not just
Oh,
incredible.
dear.
He's tenable.
Did not expect that one coming.
Oh, for fuck. Oh. And with that, back to the tent.
And with that, Okay, I've got
Right.
2 little bits of admin to go. So, obviously we've got the word. But what else have we got to answer? We've got to answer the question.
The question.
Yeah.
Who did Corinthians beat?
Do you have an idea, Ryan?
I'm going to say Chelsea.
Hey, he's got it. He's got yet another question. Well done, Ryan.
Well done, Ryan.
Thank you. Thank you.
Proud of you.
I was gonna say United, but that wouldn't.
No, because we beat, we
So the
won
song-
that game, 2008, which was on the quiz on Sunday. Ryan, come on.
Well,
It's on the quiz on Sunday.
Oh, I got that wrong.
You did, yeah.
I got that
think
wrong.
you got it right.
All I saw was World Cup, so I put a national team, George.
Yeah, which I loved that
I put
Euros
France.
2008 World Cup.
Yeah. I loved it too. I loved it that much that it was my answer.
And
Word of the day, George.
Word of
the day.
You know that we've all been waiting for it. And we've all been really excited for the word of the day today. And the word of the day today is going to be
Today.
the word of the day is going to be lemsip. Lemsip is the word of the day today.
Lemsip.
Lemsip.
I don't know why I had Victor Moses in my head.
These 3 words in my head, screaming Victor Moses is dead. Yeah. 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 Oh no.
Victor
Lick and
Moses.
fellow, guys. Lick and
Like
fellow.
and subscribe. And don't forget to check out the MarinerHodo channel, where you see the greatest fan cams of Grimsby Town until the Oldham away game, which we will all be going to and vlogging. Oldham, ole, ole, ole.
Anyway, first game of the season.
We'll see you in the next one. No. Oh no, I just left the call.